Great pick and a great buy also. Okay, flashing away from the elastic slingshot. Will, however, be knocked up. So will Wukong. I think last breath was used on him. That's not a great target. That also means that Yasuo will be the first kill of this fight. It will be a 1-for-1 so far. Another knockup from Wukong. Ezreal will also go down the other side of the map. Will be a 2-for-2 so far. But Cassidy right here, maybe still looking. Yeah, dashes in with the Rift Walk. 3-for-3, and maybe both teams just ace each other here, right? Hi guys, and welcome back to this series where I cast your solo queue, flex, clash games, whatever it is, I will cast it. But yeah, today we are casting the game of the red team top laner right here. His name is It's Trivial. Met him in flex queue. He did really good in my game. To be fair, he did indeed carry my ass across the finish line to get the victory. But yeah, seemed like a really cool guy. But also was also pretty chill in chat, and I mean, with the community that League of Legends has, with a lot of toxicity, I mean, a guy like that, he's appreciated. So, it's Trivial today on the Mordekaiser, that's the guy we are casting, going up against an Ornn, which I mean, can be kind of difficult in lane, since Ornn doesn't have to recall to buy items, can be really strong, laner if the guy he's playing against knows how to play Maokai. This is kind of high elo. We're playing high diamond, low master tier right now, so I mean the players we're watching should be pretty handy at the champions that they're playing right now. But yeah, looking at the two team comps where the game should be won and lost and can make or break it, especially for blue team. It's around the mid lane where you have your Yasuo going up against the Cassidy. Cassidy, a very, very weak champion early game. So, especially before he gets his level 6 and his Rift Walk available to him. So that's where Zac should look to get a couple of early game ganks off. Set this Cassidy behind, allow Yasuo to roam maybe bot lane also to set up dives, because you do have Ezreal Heimerdinger bot lane. And I mean, they should have complete lane control. This Heimerdinger with his turret just allows for lane dominance to keep the wave exactly where you want it. And I mean, especially going up against the likes of a Varus Ashe lane, which I mean, you don't really have any CC, kind of just forced to chill and do whatever blue team they want to do with this wave right here. We already see a level 2 trade. Blue team, they do get the level 2 first, and then they look for a skirmish already with Ezreal start the fight with arcane shifting right into the face of Varus, I think it was. But yeah, our protagonist and the guy we are obviously rooting for is the Mordekaiser on the top lane. And I mean, if red team wants to win this game, it has to go at least longer than mid game. Maybe they should be pretty good to go if this goes late with a Wukong, with a Kassadin, with a Mordekaiser. I mean, that's just, yeah, you could even argue Varus also scales so really good with his piercing arrow. But here Zac misses the Q. I think he landed the elastic sting shot, but this is what happens with Zac if you miss your Q. You just don't have any CC to follow up. The passive has some pop right here. Wukong has also gone in, will go down, and oof, will be a return kill though. Ashe takes down Zac right here, forced the flash from Ezreal, will flashes away herself, and blue team, they actually win out on that trade. They take down the monkey, and they do also take down Varus. And I mean, yeah, I would expect that, but okay. Zac passive allowed him to stay alive for quite some time right there, and forcing red team to attack his blobs instead of attacking any of the other team members. And for that, I mean, they are rewarded with the small skirmish win. They did get 2 kills of themselves, both to their bot lane, Ezreal and Heimerdinger. That should just allow them to be way more aggressive in lane that they already are. Should have complete lane dominance. And I'm so in love with the Heimerdinger support. I think it's good into pretty much anything as long as tank supports are on the state that they are right now, not very strong, and yeah, not even very tanky. Because how do you count this Heimerdinger support who can have complete lane control with his turret whenever he wants to? Well, you count him by killing him fast, CCing him, and just taking him down before he can do anything. And you obviously can't do that with an Ash support, and also not with a Varus AD carry. Maybe at level 6 if you have the jungle down there to help. You can't do a good CC chain with the Chain of Corruption, the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, and maybe you do have the damage if you cast in the stair, can Rift walk in, maybe get a kill for himself. But yeah, in the early game, I mean, I just think that this Heimerdinger is a really good pick as the meta is right now. But yeah, Wukong here once again trying to help his team. It's not the greatest of ganker before level 6. You want to have that Cyclone available to you. That's the same goes for the blue team jungle Zac. If you want to gank earlier Zac, you have to hit your elastic slingshot. You have to hit the Q right now. Okay, and that's a great combo because Q actually knocks up, which allows Yasuo to use his ultimate last breath, as we saw in the mid lane. But unfortunately, Kassan had already hit level 6, so with a flash and a Rift Walk, he can escape back to the safety under his own turret. But yeah, Zac, you also want to get access to that level 6, so you have the left bounce, which allows you to do a really long CC combo if you land your elastic slingshot into the double Q, into the let's bounce. That's 3-4 seconds of hard CC onto any opponent that you would like. So that's what both junglers should be looking for right here, getting that level 6, and yeah, so maybe looking for a dive here. That slingshot connects, and the Rift Walk is just used a millisecond too late. And a great gank from Zac. Once again, looking for those early ganks in the mid lane. I think he should have done more before level 6, but decided to keep his attention and focus in the bot lane. Again, blue team here, yeah. Heimerdinger gets hit by a piercing arrow, but again, just complete control in this bot lane. All 4 bot laners down here pretty low though, so junglers or mid laners could look for something down here. But if you take a look at your minimap, both Zac and Wukong as far away from bot lane right now as they could possibly be. Does look like, however, that Zac is making his way towards the bot side. Nope, because this blue is about to spawn, so that's probably where we'll go. But yeah, we haven't really seen anything from our attackers right now. Does have the Realm of Death available to him, the Mordekaiser's ultimate, so could look for something right here onto the Ornn. And still no level 6 onto this Wukong. Zac is here, it will be a 2v2. Ooh, dukes the Call of the Force God, but will go down. It's trivial. We take the Ornn here into the ultimate, and that is exactly what he has done right here. Flashes over the wall. That's a pretty good flash. Can he maybe take him down with land one last obliterate? Yeah, that's a 1-for-1 trade right here. We'll have to escape because Yasuo has also made his way up here. Okay, last seems to connect. That's into a last breath, but lower shields. I mean, makes this Mordekaiser pretty tanky in the early game. Yasuo doesn't have any damage, only boots, and I mean Zac, not like you have 200 AP right now. And as I say that, he could execute. He lands his point and click elastic slingshot from point blank range and into a W, just takes down Mordekaiser right here. I mean, with the level he showed in my flex game, this Mordekaiser is trivial. You shouldn't die right there to the Zac, but okay. Gives up a kill, and that's now a Zac with 3 kills. A lot of early game impact. Already been at 5 kills, only 9 minutes into the game. That's Zac, which I would personally say is really good. So Zac doing his part right now, but here is Wukong. You see him on the left side of the screen, takes the flash gun over. Let's see if they can burst Heimerdinger. Ooh, Cycle has been used, flashing on top of Heimerdinger. Will take it down with the Nimble Strike. No! Okay, with the Q. Oh, the long range Q. I will tilt it so much about the red team jungle right here. Let's see if Ezreal can escape with the Arcane Shift. Nope. And that would be a double kill for the red team jungler. Wukong right back into this game, even though he almost let Heimerdinger live 2 times. Whew, man. Okay. Dude, I was so close to mental tilting. Oh, goes in with the elastic slingshot, misses the elastic slingshot, misses the Q. And then you have no way to gap close, no way to deal damage as Zac. Unlucky for Zac, very lucky for the red team bot lane and jungler right here. I think Zac could have killed anyone he wanted to if he connected any ability, but luckily for red team he didn't. Yeah, so far this game has been a clear case of why jungle is such a strong role. Both junglers doing their part so far, impacting all three lanes and forcing plays on plays. Whew. This Mordecai is starting to show that, yeah, Ornn is strong in lane, but so is Mordecai. So the Enchanted Crystal Arrow hits into the Chain of Corruption, and will, with the Piercing Light, that will just be a small wombo combo for the red team bot lane right there. CC, great CC chain, takes down the blue teammate carry before he even gets a chance to flash Arcane Shift his way out of there. Great CC chain. I mean, that's what you can look for with the Varus Dash combo in the bot lane. Zac has made his way down here once again. Good slingshot, but flashes on top of Varus out here. It is a 2 vs 3, but Varus flashing away from the grenade, and now Zac being a bit stranded. Wukong will get another kill onto Heimerdinger. Actually, it's Varus that just sniped, but Zac taking into passive here. Yasuo once again, and red team, what will they do now? Wukong will go down as the first guy, and so will Varus. A great roam from Yasuo right here, saving the spot lane. I mean, Zac overestimating his own damage right there. If you miss your elastic slingshot, if he doesn't get the Q combo off. I mean, yeah, you do have 3 kills, but you're just a pretty weak jungler then. But a great roam from Yasuo saves the day. They see if Cassidy can escape once again. Force Guard knocks up Yasuo. That allows Cassidy allows Yasuo to use the last breath once again. And that's something that we haven't even touched on. The fact that blue team, they have a lot of ways to help their mid laner Yasuo to find a great opportunity to use his ultimate last breath, because the target has to be knocked up. But yeah, Ornn can knock up with call the Force Guard, Zac can knock up with his Q, with his E, so that's 3 additional knockups in addition to the 2 stacked Q from Yasuo himself. Yeah, Wukong just walks right into a bush with control wall in it once again. The combo from red team's bot lane, Enchanted Crystal Arrow into a Chain of Corruption. Again, a great CC chain. Blue team, they will take down the first Herald of the game. Should probably use it before the 14-minute mark right here in 50 seconds, because they can still get some platings. Is there a turret they can take down? Not really, unless Zac want to run all the way to bot lane and place down Herald. It is looking like that's what he want to try to do, but I don't think he has the time. Has only made his way right now to the tier 2 turret with 25 seconds left on the timer. And it's now just starting his cogs. Yeah, I think it's a waste of Herald, honestly. It has so much more value before 40 minutes. Yes, you will probably not take down a turret if you use a mid lane or if you use a top lane, but the pure value of the platings is just so much better than saving it, if you ask me. But now 40 minutes has passed. This should mean that, ooh, predicts the Rift Walk away, but this should mean that the Herald will be used eventually in mid lane, because that's the only place you want to use your Herald past the 14-minute mark, because you want to take down the mid turret as fast as you can. You want to allow yourself, or give your team more options to invade the enemy team's jungle, to put down vision and to get pressure onto the map. You get most opportunities if you take down mid-turret, obviously, because it opens up both sides of the jungle, compared to if you take down the bot lane or the top lane turret, which will only open access to one part of the jungle. So yeah, Herald's popped. Don't get inflating, you used it too late and you don't even kill the turret. I mean, that's probably the worst use of a Herald you could possibly do. But yeah, Chain of Corruption connects onto Heimerdinger, he goes down once again. And I mean, this red team bot lane, they have done a great job with the CC that they have available to themselves. Here's Owen also, a knockup cancels the elastic slingshot. That's the second kill for the red team right here. Doesn't look like that Yasuo will go down for a third kill. However, they do end up trading barrels, but it is 3-for-1 so far for the red team right now. Will they also take down Leon? I don't think they will. Just not tanking enough right now to dive the tier 1 mid turret red team in this situation right here. But yeah, Heimerdinger looking for vision too far off the map, gets hit with a Chain of Corruption. I mean, not very tanky in support, so with the help of the rest of the red team, they managed to burst him down before we can really do anything. And from there, well, you do have a numbers advantage. You take the fight and you win it 3 versus 1. I mean, great decision making from red team taking this fight. Not great decision making from blue team trying to re-engage after you've already lost your Heimerdinger support. It also means that the goal lead is completely even right now. 60 minutes into the game. 10 kills to 10 kills. 1 Drake to 1 Drake. That benefits red team, to be fair, because again they do scale really well. I do think that blue team has a decent mid game with Yasuo Ezreal, but eventually they will be outscaled by this Kassadin, by this Mordekaiser, and by this Wukong, who will just team fight for days and look for picks at the same time if that's what they want to. I mean, I just think that the red team, they have, oh, let's see, Angelic, Crystal Arrow, Lance, Rift Maker, or Rift Walk. Rift Maker, that's an item. Rift Walk used offensively, but Ezreal just manages to, oh, okay, let's see, Jeff Brockman is also connected right now onto Zac, force him into passive. And that would be another kill for red team. Okay, the bouncing grenade actually connects onto Kassadin and stuns him, but they will still get the kill onto the Zac. Now look for the Drake maybe. Barely drew away from the mini rockets from Kassadin. Now they're looking, they do have the numbers advantage. Blue team, they don't have smite on the team. Zac still dead for another 15 seconds, and this should mean that blue team would just give up the Drake right here. That would be the wise decision, but will they maybe look for the fight? Another Crystal Arrow lands. Blitz rate also connects, and here is Kassadin, takes the Rift Walk over the wall, but will go down to Ezreal right here. Flash over the wall from Wukong, will take down Heimerdinger also. This Wukong just thirsty for Heimerdinger. Mordekaiser and Yasuo standing inside the Realm of Death right now will eventually go down. Yasuo to Wukong, just waiting for him to get out of the Mordekaiser ultimate. Here, Drake is also gone to the red team right now. Mordekaiser, or not Mordekaiser, but on looking for a return kill in the fight onto the red team support. Will not get it for himself instead. Blue team, they lose 4 members and they also lose the dragon. And I mean, yeah, next time just give it up. You don't have the junglers anyways. You're not gonna get this dragon, so they do take down the Kassadin, but he's not worth much gold. Was his third kill of the, or third death of the game. Doesn't have any kills to his name right now, so it's not like you get a 700 gold shutdown from that. And yeah, you just give up more tempo. You lose the Drake, you lose 4 kills. You're now 2k down to a team that scales better than you at a time where all the red team's members, except for this Ashe, has already hit that level 11 power spike. If you take a look at the Kassadin, we're obviously waiting for that level 16, seeing if he can get to that point will make him a lot stronger. That's always what you play for when you play Kassadin, and get access to that very low cooldown with Walk. Yeah, bro, I don't know what we can try to do. I just decoy over the wall. Maybe it failed it. No passive on tag, he will also go down, so at least both junglers lose their brain in isolated skirmishes. Blue team, at least they get the hero for themselves. They will also get the mid-tier, so talking about objectives, they went out on both these trades, all these the small skirmishes right there. They do, however, lose a bot turret. Or a turret in the bot lane. Meanwhile, here's Yasuo. Yeah, Mordecai, so you're standing on top of walls. Okay. That's the protagonist right there. It's trivial. A round of applause. Now looking for a 1 versus 1. Does have the turret to return back to, so should just do that right here on. It doesn't really matter that you use the realm if you use the Realm of Death. Because this one is getting tanky with the Jack Show. And now it's the 2 versus 1 right here. Wukong and Kassadin. That would just be another easy kill. And Kassadin on the board. 21 minutes into the game, he gets his first kill. It's still a 13, and I mean, that's 3 levels more to go. It's looking good for red team. Oof. And then you make a 2 versus 1 play on the bot side. Well, guess what? You can make the exact same play at the other side of the map right here. Mordekaiser will probably go down. Zac should have the Alexa slingshot available to him in just a moment. Yeah, takes him down with a W also. Oh. This Ezreal right here, dip, diving, dodging and juking away. Jumps over the wall, cleanses the chains. I mean, it's Ezreal just a great pick into Ash Varus right here. You just saw it right there. Can Arcane shift away from the Crystal Arrow, and with the QSS, you can QSS the Chain of Corruption, right? So, I mean, great pick and a great buy also. Okay, flashing away from the Elastic Slingshot will, however, be knocked up. So will Wukong. I think last breath was used on him. That's not a great target. That also means that Yasuo will be the first kill of this fight. It will be a 1-for-1 so far. Another knockup from Wukong. Ezreal will also go down the other side of the map. Will be a 2-for-2 so far, but Kassadin right there maybe still looking. Yeah, dashes in with the Rift Walk. 3-for-3, and maybe both teams just ace each other here, right? See if Mordecai should use the Realm of Death onto Zac right here to save his own support. Will maybe just take him down. Has at least popped the passive. That should be another kill if you time the Obliterate right. If you don't, actually allows him to get out of the passive, to use the less bound to jump now back into the fight, take down Ashe right there also, and eventually Mordekaiser will take down Zac. It's so far a 4-for-4 team fight. As it's gone on for about a minute, will probably take down Owen, tries to flash away from the E, but will not do so, and that's a delayed ace for red team. Our protagonist, it's Trivial, gets his first kill of the game, taking down his direct lane opponent in what has been one of the longest team fights that we have seen so far in this series. Arriving late, and I mean, both these teams doesn't have a lot of burst, so it will be the DPS that decides these fights. And I mean, Mordecai is doing a great job right here. Will also allow his own team to respawn and take down their third Drake. And that takes red team to soul point only 23.5 minutes into the game if they manage to get this Drake. I think they will. Heimerdinger is lurking around, but not in range to try and do anything. Richter has also been popped right here. We see Mordecai say what's defended, and TV has also been used, but Yasuo just completely winning out in the 1 versus 1 right here. They will also get the top turret. Question is, can they get the second charge off? Maybe even get this tier 2 turret in the top lane right here. Yasuo shown that, yeah, maybe he didn't play the last fight too good. Ulting the very tanky Wukong. But going up against the Mordekaiser without any resistances, that's where he can hurt. But okay, Wukong will take down Yasuo right here with the Cyclone, and it's a double kill for the red team. Well, not a double kill, but they do get 2 kills. They will also take down Owen eventually, splitting out the kills onto the ADC support and jungler right here, red team. And what about Kassadin right here? Does have the Rift Walk available to him. Ooh, Oh, great bait right into the enchanted crystal arrow. That's the first kill for Cassidy right here. Now just Nilah stands a bit with him right now. Will also take down Heimerdinger eventually. Let's see. Just chilling. Oof. That's bad. That's bad manners, man. Steals the kill with the piercing arrow. Just let him chill for a moment. Yeah, red team, they turn their sight onto Baron, and the game is just spiraled out of control for blue team right now. Down 3k, down 3 Drakes, and now also down a Baron buff, and then 3k, it just jumped to 5k. Cassidy has hit level 16, that's 3 items for Cassidy. Whenever he recalls, I think, that should be Sonya's. Sonya's completed. Mordekaiser, 2-3 items also whenever he decides to recall. Zac right now looking for a fight level 12 Zac against a level 15 Mordekaiser, and I mean, if Mordekaiser wanted to ult, he could probably just take down Zac before any of his teammates could do anything about it, but okay. Plays it safe, runs away. There's no need to force a fight in a side lane right now with no vision. You can just play it safe, wait for your own team to push mid and top lane, as they are doing right now. Cassidy, however, probably just wants a blue buff. Makes sense to rift walk his way down there. Yeah, Zac looking for another elastic sting shot. Q connects onto Ashe. Chair of Corruption was also used. Heimerdinger dead. I mean, outside of the screen, taken down by Vuko right now. That's already 2 kills. Zac also goes down, tries to engage by himself. That's 3 kills for red team right now. Double kill for the blue team, or the red team jungle. I didn't quite see how Vuko found Heimerdinger, but we also see a surrender coming in only 26 minutes into the game. And a kinda anticlimactic way to end the game for our protagonist, just chilling in the bot lane. But yeah, it's trivial, it's anticlimactic, it's the ending of the game, and yeah, thank you for letting me cast your game. Thank you for carrying me in flex queue some time ago, and yeah, if you watch this and you want me to cast your game, feel free to comment your summon name down below. Until next time, I'll see you guys.